How's it going, guys? My name is Dave Pallets. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. If you clicked on this video, you're probably having trouble selling at least 10 items a day. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I've been doing to kind of sell 30 to 40 items a day for over 2 years now. So right now I'm going to show you guys my package. Right here is about 30 items. A lot of them are multi-quantity, and some of the bigger boxes is like 10 in each one. And then these are just like the medium boxes. That's a bigger item, and that is also a bigger item. And this is my warehouse. I focus mainly on receiver type items, but I also have smaller walkie-talkies, Kindles, phones, cameras, stuff like that. And I have like over 8,000 items in my store right now, but the size of your store doesn't really matter. I'm not selling, 40 items a day because I have 8,000 listed. That's not the reason why I'm able to do that. The reason is because I'm listing about 50 a day, and they're pretty quality items, pre-owned. Some are for parts, but basically, you can pretty much sell anything on eBay. You just have to price it correctly. So recently, I've also been discounting older items that I already had on there, and like for example, I'll show you guys a box of scanners that I have. I just sold these for $100 each, and I've been able to sell them even though they've been listed on my store for over a year. Because these scanners were listed on my store for over a year, and they were listed for $260, and I dropped the price down to $99.99. I have like 40 of these. The brand is Intermec, if you guys ever see them. But basically, they were listed for $260, and then I dropped them down to $99.99, $100, and literally immediately I sold them for $500, for $500. One person bought them. And that just goes to show that, if you just sell the item cheaper, most of the time it's going to sell. I thought they were just dead. I was going to delete them. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me discount them and see what happens. And that's what happened. And I've been doing that with items here and there. But also I list items at a good quality price compared to the competition. And, I make money quicker like that. And I get that money and I reinvest it to buy more items. So, if your goal is to sell 10 items a day, I'd suggest going with 15 items a day listing, but don't really focus on the number 15. Focus on a good quality 15, because you can sell 10 Nintendo Switches in one day at a slight discount than the competition. You're going to sell 10, and it's going to be a way higher average sale price. You also have to see on what your goal is, on how much money you guys want to make in the day. If you guys are trying to make $1,000 a day, 15 items a day isn't going to cut it. But you could get there by selling, $100 items only. So if you're only selling, 10 items a day, but it's $100 items, then you'll get to your 1,000. You just have to see what you can also get in your area and what's around you, and then go from there. And then see what you can do consistently. Me, I've been able to do over 1,000 very consistently for a long period of time. So my formula right now is basically I get bigger, expensive receivers. All these are over 200 pre-owned. I test them out and then I list them. Look at this. This is just a row of all the listing this week. These are all listed this week. And then like this stuff right here is 200. This is 450. This is like 80, 200, 500 right here, 250, 250. Those sound bars right there are 200 each. 100. You know what I mean? Like high quality items. Big doesn't mean when I get big items, I mean big in price. These are obviously physically big, but you can find items that are smaller that are this much, this is what I can get in my area, so this is what I get. This thing right here is this listed for 380, so I get items like this. But if I only got items like this, I wouldn't make that as much money, because I'll sell two of these, $400, and then I'll sell 20 of these that are like $15, $25 an item. And that's been my formula lately, and just really for a while. But there's been seasons where I list straight up only these kinds of items. But what I've figured out that works best for me is that I mix them both. The other day we listed 45 straight receivers in one day, and then the following day was straight 45 smaller items in one day. And then the last 2 days it's just been 45 small items. And tomorrow we're going to process these receivers and those and get those listed, only doing receivers tomorrow. and like big amplifiers like this. But if you guys want to like try that kind of formula out with bigger stuff and smaller stuff, you guys do need some space. And if you're, you know, if all you can really do is hold smaller items, then, you know, you're kind of limited. It just takes time to be able to get to the point where you have a bigger warehouse or a storage unit. And, you know, that's where I'm at now. It took me 3 years of constantly working on the business and growing it. And that's just where I'm at. I also get a lot of medium items and I throw them in these Costco tubs right here. And that's just kind of my formula right now. And right here we have a whole new inventory system for my receivers. So basically what I do now, this is all full. But this is all stuff that's under $35 now. I don't want anything that's big that's under $35. It's taking too much space for how much it costs. This stuff was actually deleted. This is listed over a year ago. And for some reason, they weren't in my store. So I'm going to see if they're worth listing again or if I'm going to get rid of them. But all this stuff right here is this right here is just sold for $350. And it's new in the box. It's just the box is damaged. And all these receivers are you know, they're gold for me. So basically my inventory system works like this. Rack 1, section 1, section 2, section 3. And then this is rack 2, section 1, section 2, section 3. And then these right here just goes by the numbers with the smaller items. And then back here is rack 3, section 1, section 2, section 3. And whenever it sells, I know to look in this section. Hey guys, if you guys want to sell over 10 items a day, if that's your goal, just a number 10, then I suggest listing more than 10 minimum. If you want to get to the point where you're posting 10, selling 10, you just have to get your quality up. You can do that immediately. It doesn't take 3 months of listing every single day to get to that nirvana that they call it. I've literally gone to the point where I just started my eBay store and I was listing 5 items in the week and selling 5 items in the week. And they were like $500 items. And then over time, I realized I can't make a full-time, or I couldn't really grow from where I was at because I was only focused on bangers. Now I mix it in with the cheaper stuff, expensive, $20 items, $30 items, $500 items, and I just get pretty much everything I can, and I set my warehouse up so I can handle all that stuff. Hey guys, that's my take. If you guys want to sell at least 10, you guys have to be listing probably double when you're starting out. But if you guys get quality, you can sell 10 right away if you post 15. But mainly focus on the quality, and then once you get bigger, like me, or you know someone else, or if you're at the point of money where you want to add other stuff and diversify your store, then that's a good option. But in the beginning, I'd focus on more expensive items, get your bankroll up, but there's always a limit to how many of those kind of items you can get. So that's when you add smaller stuff. If you guys are interested in smaller stuff like this, I have literally like 2,000 items on standby that I have ready to ship out on my website down below. And I offer them at a very good price and leave you guys a good room for profit. And that is down below. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Dave Play. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys learned something, drop a like and consider subscribing. My podcast is down below, guys. Check me out. My buddy Colin and I, we have a whole podcast room, and we're pumping out a video a week for the podcast. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys later.